fellow colleague, I have the unique and distinct honor of introducing Mr. Baylog. I've worked with Mr. Baylog for 9 years, and it's my pleasure to be able to present him with this award. So when I'm researching Inovator and what Innovator means, I looked at Steve Jobs, and he's the former founder and former CEO of Apple, and he said that innovation distinguishes a leader from a follower. And I would just definitely say that Mr. Baylog has never been a follower, and his passion and his drive for the success of our students makes him a true leader in his field. It makes him an expert in his craft, and it makes him an advocate for all of our learners. I've had the privilege of working with him, like I said, for 9 years. I've always admired the work that Mr. Baylog does in establishing meaningful relationships with kids and transferring his passion of history to those that he works with. It's once said, and I believe it was Teddy Roosevelt, said that students will not, or people will not care how much you know until they know how much you care. And this is the embodiment of Mr. Baylog, because students are excited to go to social studies every single day to learn more, and that's because of the relationships that you've made with them. And I appreciate that. So, also in searching Innovator and the definitions of an innovator, I read an article in Forbes that spoke to the characteristics of what a great innovator is. And so if you'll indulge me, I'll take and share with you how Mr. Baylog embodies all of those qualities. So one, Forbes says, is being innovative means doing things differently or doing things that have never been done before. So Mr. Baylog has always been willing to take on a new challenge. This has started from day one when he came to us. He took a risk to venture out to the rural area of Colorado to take a job in a small school, regardless when he thought it was Holyoke, Massachusetts, or we looked like Holyoke, Massachusetts. He still took that risk and came out and spent time with us. From there, I've seen Mr. Baylog embrace new work around curriculum and visible learning, helping make both of those viable and applicable for our students. Quality number 2 is that innovators are authentic leaders who are passionate about their work. So one would have to certainly be passionate to spend countless hours outside of his day mentoring, supporting, coaching, and guiding students. So just this last year, I know Mr. Baylog worked tirelessly with one student in particular, ensured that he had completed his FAFSA, got him recruiting interviews, helped him apply to different colleges, even paid for the young man's college application fees, all so that this student could reach their potential and achieve that student's lifelong goal. Quality number 3, Forbes says, is innovators value, build, sustain active and passionate teams. So Mr. Baylog has been a valuable addition to our staff here in the school, but also a valuable member of our football coaching staff. Mr. Sprague has even joked that he needed to be awarded the Assistant Coach of the Year award. He adds passion and zeal to both of those staffs, both on the field and in our school. He's always positive, and he always is able to find a silver lining to any situation, and he genuinely leads by example. Finally, quality number 4, innovators are not afraid to break the norm and push past conventional wisdom that causes people to think in a box. So I've had the great opportunity to serve with Nick on a few different committees throughout his time here, but most recently when we went to online learning through the coronavirus outbreak, he spent time via Zoom with me on a few different committees, and I was consistently impressed with his outside-the-box thinking and willingness to tackle any problem with some creativity and innovation. Finally, I just don't think that I can describe the impact that you've had here with any more of my fluffy words. And so I'd like to reflect back to graduation just a couple days ago. To see the amount of seniors who personally went to Mr. Baylog to thank him with a handshake, with a flower, or with a hug, just is a real testament to what he has meant to our students. And he will be missed. But no matter what, I am sure that you will be the same high energy, positive, supportive teacher wherever you go. And simply stated, that in and of itself is what an innovator is to me. So someone who genuinely cares and wants to make a difference. So will you please help me honor a well-deserving colleague and friend and educator, Mr. Baylog.
Well, I don't have any presidential quotes prepared, and I certainly, that was more than generous, Mrs. Powell. Thank you, Angie. Awards are won by teams, not individuals, and I've been a part of the best team in education for 9 years. It's meant the world to me, so thank you so much to all of my colleagues, the administrators, especially the ones that took a chance on me 9 years ago at a silly job fair. So thank you so much. Appreciate it a ton. Go Dragons.